but I think that we should go ahead straight away with our next session, which is about Erasmus Plus International Credit Mobility. Well, if you have heard me in an earlier session, I talked about the potential for Pakistani universities to increase their participation as far as Erasmus Plus international credit mobility is concerned, as even in our Asian region, the numbers tell us that we are behind countries like Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Cambodia, Laos, Mongolia, Sri Lanka, and Taiwan in terms of mobility of students and staff back and forth between European universities and Pakistani universities. So this session will be conducted by Professor Dr. Bhawani Shankar Chowdhry, Sitara Imtiaz, Distinguished National Professor, former Dean and Meritorious Professor, Professor Emeritus and Erasmus Mundus Visiting Fellow, Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, Jamshoro. So over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Kashu Jan sir. Let me share my screen first. The screen is shared, but I couldn't see the PowerPoint show. Just a minute. I first go to PowerPoint show but then can't share the screen.
Sure, sir. Take your time.
So here, screen is there. Now it should be slideshow. Sorry. So is that properly visible now, I hope?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see.
Right. So thank you very much, Kashif Jan Saab, Erasmus Plus National Focal Point, for giving me such an opportunity and wonderful introduction. And thanks to Dr. Ashukur Rahman. After lunch, everyone goes into sleep mode. And he has, I think, awakened everyone after the lunch. So I myself is Professor Dr. Bhawani Shankar Chowdhry. I'm Professor Emeritus and Advisor International Collaboration at Mehran University, also associated with the Erasmus Mundus program since 2009. So most of the time I would be sharing my own experience, but let's come first. ICM has already, Kashif Jan mentioned that, the potential in ICM is very, very high. And, Pakistani universities, 200 plus institutions, but they are not getting such a huge country of 20 to 40 million, not getting that much advantage. So let's see what's ICM. Though briefly, Mr. Kashif has already presented about that. Let's see, it's again, just quick recap, I would say. Launched in 2014 to 2020, it was the program short-term mobility for students, staff, between program countries and partner countries. Like program countries are the European countries, and partner countries are from the all other in the we'll see, like I will focus in context of the Pakistan. So say one of the Pakistan is the partner country. So it has got huge benefits. We quickly see that from the last 8-9 years mobility, we have seen they learn key skills competencies. Professional development is one of the component which is mostly missing in in our curriculum and these things. Though I myself associated with IEEE, one of the largest professional body for promoting science and technology for mankind. But what we have learned that when a student goes on mobility, they are the faculty, they learn a lot on about professional developments. We have noted enhanced employability, new teaching methodologies, increased capacities, attractiveness, internationalization. Like Chairman Park's Higher Education Commission, Dr. Mukhtar said, the key for all the future is the collaboration, networking, and collaboration. We have also witnessed improved in quality of higher education once our faculty moved there, and when came back, they had learned all this new pedagogies and all these things. So let us see how it works. We again go back to 2014 to 20 statistics where 270,000 planned short-term mobility executed. We can see the countrywide and the region-wide. We can see the component of Asia is coming at fourth number. So red, you can see the mobilities from Europe to Asia, and then yellow is Asia to Europe. And we can see it's a decentralized action. That's why it's much more simpler one. It is managed by national agencies of that particular country. I will see more detail, the pie chart about that. Let me remove this one. Sorry. No, why we have got. So it is the global action. That means it's not targeted for any country. We can see from South Mediterranean to Middle East, all those countries or those regions, they can take part. Here we can see its budget during 2014 and 2020. Budget was 959 million euro, and that has gone up to more than 1 billion. And we can see Asia part, it was 13, and now we have got 9%, with Central Asia also having 2%. But we are mainly focusing our the Asia part. And we see, as we said, it's a decentralized. So we can see the ICM budget for national agency for example, Germany, France, Italy, Turkey, Netherlands, Portugal, and we can see other smaller countries that budget is distributed, how it is distributed. And now coming to the point that what it supports. It supports actually short-term education mobility, be it for students. I have witnessed over those 7-8 years experience, students going for 4 to 6 months, again, depending on their visa, how long it takes to visa. Academic going from 1 to 2 weeks, mostly in our case, but we'll see the duration coming down. And administrative staff as well, more shorter visit, 3 to 5 days, 7 days, something like that. And it's at all level, bachelor, masters, and PhD candidates. This morning, someone has asked for PhD, so this mobility is there. And one of many students had availed, a PhD student registered in Pakistan, they availed that mobility because it's a mobility exchange program. So one has to be registered in home country, the partner country, and avail in the program country. And mobility is not restricted to any particular subject, any academic discipline. It also supports the training program, traineeship of the students as well as staff. Study period for traineeship is 2 months to 12 months. It has got also opportunity to have the blended mobility as well. So blended mobility is physical 5 to 30 days, and then it has got that virtual component that one has can do from his home institute. Staff mobility for higher education, where even they can you can send someone associated with your university, but from even industry to avail that mobility. Uh, Activities supported all the partners in that ICM project, they send, host students and staff as you submit in your proposal are submitted by the European partner. Of course, it has to be submitted by the program country. We will see more details there. For certain countries, some programs, bachelor master mobility is only possible from third countries to Europe. That means you can send, but you cannot host. From my own experience, even sometimes we do have a mobility from Europe to Pakistan. Sometimes we noted those students are sometimes even staff, the faculty couldn't avail due to one reason or other. Then we convert that mobility from our university, like partner university, to program country university. So we have, instead of suppose 5 mobilities, if 2 mobilities coming from Europe to Pakistan, European University, Pakistan, they are not available. Most of the time, they do get with some justification converted that 2 more mobilities from Pakistan can avail that opportunity for Europe. So we can see the details of those few restrictions. The link is given. European within the Europe, there is an intra-European mobility. I don't want to discuss that one. Uh, uh, so this mobility also have got organizational support for every participants, and then there's the individual support as well. The organization support is to arrange a dissemination seminar, workshop, and some sort of those things, supporting students and maybe guiding visa and all these things. Individual supports, you can see 7 to 900 per month for students and 148 to 190 day for staff. But in practical sense, what we had, when any student going on that mobility, he's getting I think 820 or something euro per month, and when staff goes, they get 160 euro. It used to be 120, but 160 euro per day. So including 2 days of the travel as well. And then there's some calculation. If there's a long stay, 79 per day. If there's activities more than 14 day, and 56 euro per day if activities more than 15 to 30th day, and of the activities in case of blended mobility. So it has got contribution towards travel cost as well. I don't know how this screen is not going away. There's a chat box, participants. Anyway, so there is a travel cost, as I already mentioned. It again depends on how many kilometers distance. Usually, Pakistan is away for around 4,000 plus kilometers. So usually we get that funding of 820 euro for that travel. But one has to check, of course, definitely all that written in the agreement and all these things. So now the question is that who can apply and how it can be applied. So any higher education institution in the program countries, that means those program countries already mentioned in the manual, the guide, which Mr. Kashif already mentioned, the huge manual, which is like a Bible. And of course, most we'll see those countries even in one of the graph as well. And ICM project in their application contains the countries and partner universities they intend to cooperate with, as well as cooperation plan in each region. So here we can see the program country, which is of course the European partner, and partner country, which is HCI from the, I would say, Pakistan, because we are talking in that context. I'm not talking in terms of Asia or anything. So who can apply what? So once you that program countries, you have the data, you have got information from the program country that these many mobilities have been achieved, have been approved, and then you have to spread the news about that ICM grant, and then you have to have some interinstitutional agreement of that secured budget between European University and the Pakistani University. Here is this is very figure or having a very clear representation that three things must be kept in mind: fair and transparent selection process, the mobility period, and the recognition. So in fair and transparent selection, what happens that inter-institution agreement signed between the program country, the European university, and the Pakistani university, and then you have to, of course, give a call for that mobility. Mobility is available. You have to disseminate through your social media, through newspaper, whatever. It should be reached to the maximum people from your own institution. And then once those applications are received, and I will show the some of the procedure what we follow at your home institute, how you shortlist, how you evaluate, and then you have to send that data to European partner, and once they agree and this issue a selection letter, and then learning and mobility agreement need to be signed. And then, of course, the mobility is carried out. Once someone completes mobility there, then he or she upsends a transcript, and then the participant reports. The partner institute has to recognize. Of course, it's all clearly written in learning mobility that these many CTAs are going for the undergraduate or masters or PhD thesis. So those will be all details be given in the learning agreement. It is very thorough and inclusive. For this year, if we see the timeline, the publication of the call was 15 November. Deadline is very near 20th February. You can still try to, I have drafted few emails for you. Those institution, Pakistani institution would like to, contact about that mobility. And evaluation process starts from March to July, and information to applicants. You have to, once they are selected and all that, not information to applicants means the partner gets that these many mobilities have been approved, and then you can launch that within your host university. But all the time you get all the information from international office of that program country university, or I would say European university. And here, really, I would like to throw a light how mute became the part of the ICM, how I started the journey myself, or how our university became this, entered into that one. You know what happened in 2008? I attended one conference. I quickly go through that narration. In England, and I met one of the expatriate Pakistani who was from Denmark. He was attending that conference. We decided to hold a conference at Mehran University, joined with Albog University. We had that conference called MTech 2008. I will show a few pics in some of the next slides. After that conference, this professor received one mail. His name was Dil Akbar Hussain. Received a mail that they need a partner from Pakistan for Erasmus Mundus 3 years program of 2.7 million euro, consortium partner from Pakistan. So he international office contacted me because he gave my contact to him, and we rightly agreed and all that thing, because there was no financial liability. So we became the part of that project. That project is started from 2010 to 13. I will show few quick details later on. And that was with the CTIU Center for Telecom Infrastructure, Aalborg University, Denmark. And that university invited me to conduct a PhD exam. So as an external examiner, I was there. Once I thought, I am there, why shouldn't I visit to University of Malaga? Because that was also a partner university of that European project. The project title was Mobility for Life. That was the title of that project. So eight partners were from the Europe, and 7 partners were from the Asia, from different countries: Thailand, Malaysia, Pakistan, India, Indonesia, and Bangladesh as well. Okay. And then what happened after conducting PhD exam? I visited, Malaga. Very cheap ticket was there. I think 30, 40 euro. Traveled there. I contacted with one of the professor, and he arranged my meeting with prorector. You find on the right side, Professor Javier Ponchila to discuss about those collaborative projects. And I invited, him for one of the conference, wireless sensor networks for developing countries. I attended one of the conference, wireless sensor networks in one of the international center in Trieste, Italy. And I thought, that I attended in 2011. It took me 2 years to organize similar conference, but for developing countries. And you can see here Professor Javier, he was invited, and Professor Manzoor Sumro, Chairman Science Foundation. At that time, he was the chief guest, and you find the support of HEC as well. HEC logo is there, Pakistan Science Foundation, Ignite, at that time, ICT, R&D. So with that support, we had that wonderful conference. And later on, in 2015, again, that professor delivered a talk, and our honorable chairman at that time, Dr. Mukhtar, and luckily he's chairman now as well in second tenure. He was chief guest on that, our MTech 15, which we started in 2018. So that conference actually paved the way for our first project, Mobility of Life. And then, its rest is all history, floodgates were open, I would say like that. So we got a mail from International Office of University of Malaga, Spain, that we have got 4 staff and 8 masters mobility under ICM program. So later on, we issued the call for that one. Once we got the mail from International Office, we announced the mobilities on your university portal and different, newspapers and all that. I also delivered awareness seminar. You can see here this talking about that project, and it's instead of ICM, it was written Caprio, because at that time ICM allowed you can give a particular name to that one. So this project was having one of my former student who is a dean at Sir Syed University. He availed Erasmus mobility for life, 6 months mobility at Spain, and Ponchila. So we gave the name Chowdhry Amir Ponchila Research Innovation Outreach. That was the acronym for the first ICM mobility we had. And we received 5 applications, 24 masters mobility and 5 for staff. And VC formed evaluation committee. That evaluation was then sent to International Office of University of Malaga. This is even the staff from University of Malaga visiting and addressing in our Senate hall, the Maria Isabel Martin. She was here also talking about these mobilities. And then what we received from UMA, University of Malaga, Spain, they had their own selection based on their own criteria. 2 staff and 4 student mobilities were accepted, and also they kept 1 staff and 3 students on the waiting list. They said due to some visa or any other issue, or student is unable to travel, or staff is unable to travel, so they always have the waiting list as well. And all these students were guided about their credit transfer, learning agreement, accommodation, all these things. But we preferred students, those who have completed the master's course here. And this is what UMA, the University of Malaga, Spain, the program country university also said, send a student, they can come to us, work in our labs, because Spanish courses, they don't have master's course in English. So better they can do the research work, the thesis there. So we encourage the student, all the students of the masters went for that purpose. And upon return, University Equivalence Committee, approved their credit transfer as per, regular policy. And you can see that Mehran University newsletter published, a cover story, Mute Goes Global, though the slogan, by the chance, I have given that to Mehran. And so many of those who have availed different mobilities, they are, you can see in that picture. And then I thought it's good to have a student feedback. On the right, you find one of our another leaders program. I'll be showing quick details later on about that program. These are all students from, not only from Mehran, you find, yes, these are from Mehran. Because in this project, Mehran and NUST both were the partners from Pakistan. But these students were from Mehran, availed. All students are undergraduate. They went there to complete their thesis work. So students shared wonderful experience, excellent working enabling environment. They improved their communication skills, language, intercultural skills, soft skills. They think that they had a good professional development, and once they return and their credit transfer was done, they got result. Before result, every one of them got job opportunity. And also due to good research guidance, most of them also immediately got offers from Europe, Korea, Japan, Canada for their PhD scholarships. And it's not only up to scholarship. These things. One of our student, Mohammad Zakir Sheikh, he participated in Unity 3D. If you search Unity 3D, I don't exactly remember the figure, but I think billions of people are used that because of the AR, VR, augmented reality, virtual reality. And once he was on mobility, he received the first position in international Unity competition. There, one of the vice rector is giving certificate. He was there, and this is another professor with him, Mr. Peter Lingerden. And then we also got a feedback from the faculty as well. Faculty, again, I would focus on this one, networking. They improved, they strengthened their teaching skill, but also enhanced research publication. Once they were here, they had joint publication. They, even after 2 months mobility, they had a good publications with those professors they visited. They had a good knowledge on latest research methodology and tools. Some of those tools like a fabrication lab, and these were not available. They found there in Polytechnic Milano, for example, overcoming and reducing research gap. We had a lot of discussion on ongoing projects. Their research capabilities have been enhanced. And another good thing with these projects, we being a HEC's requirement was to have a PhD thesis doing PhD in Pakistan or in Mehran University. They should be evaluated by professors from technology academic, from technology developed countries. And we noted that we had a lot of help in that. It used to take a year, 2 year, but that was done in like 3 months, 4 months time. We had joint research publications, proceedings. I will show some more graphic pictures of that one. And as I mentioned, faculty members were invited to become a PhD external examiner or external examination board member in those technology developed countries. And this has also helped us, collaboration helped us to organize a joint conference in University of Malaga, Spain. We started a new series of conference there, global conference on wireless optical communication. You can see this Professor Khabir Ponshila and myself chairing the session, and one of my former student who is a dean now at Sir Syed, he delivered several talks on Erasmus program in the earlier, I think he also attended the Vietnam training held in Vietnam as well. So senior professors were invited there in that conference, and people from Pakistan, they were there and chaired technical session and all these things. The interesting fact I would like to share here, HEC organized during Dr. Mukhtar's as a chairman, the first tenure, 15 years celebration. And that celebration echoed in University of Malaga during our 2017 conference, and that is engineering review gave a big huge story. I couldn't reprint here. I took only photo from that one. And then, we the series continues. We had a 2018 again global conference on wireless and optical communication. You find Professor Faber Ponshila there. Even digital. It says 3rd October 2018. Then 19 was the COVID. We couldn't do it. 20th we did online. This is the 20th one we were having. 21st again we organized the similar conference in Malaga, Spain. And most of all our travel and funding was covered under ICM mobility, that, and also in some of the European capacity building project. The lady here is Professor Agata from Bulgaria. She also came in that, and now we are in one of the project Bulgaria, Technical University Sofia as partner. So see, this networking gives so much opportunities. Even we organized a 3-in-1 event, our global conference, our central project meeting, one of the European project we got under Aalborg University, Aarhus University, Denmark. In 2019, we had its meeting as well, and one of the technical workshop. So I'll again see this professor see chairing one of the sessions. We are chairing this professor from UK, Southampton. You can see Southampton here. That is my alma mater. I did my PhD from there. We invited him and he delivered a keynote talk as well. We got even some funds for keynote talks as well. He's Professor Enrique Nava coming to Pakistan on 19th for our kickoff, follow-up meeting of active project. I will be showing little more details about active project later on. That's University of Malaga is partner. Mehran is one of the, four partners from Pakistan. Malaga is coordinator, sorry. Newtech, Mute, Sir Syed, and Butem. We four are the partner in that project. It's an 800,000 euro project. He'll be coming here. Now, as I think Mr. Kashif Jan was mentioning time and again, that why Pakistani in HEI cannot benefit, what is the bottleneck and how to overcome that bottleneck. And I think I don't know why we don't pay focus to our alumni. Our so many graduates, they went there, they are doing postdoc, they are doing PhD, they are even doing masters. They can help us. They can, talk with their supervisors, professors that, oh, I'm from this university and we would like to apply for ICM. You need only 2 pages data. That's the most simplest thing I have noted to be a part in ICM for any program country. And your faculty, most of our faculty, they got a PhD from European universities. They are here. Why don't we emphasize them to contact, to coordinate with their professors, continuing with their research to get opportunity? Why they rely on HEC or Science Foundation or that for conference grant and all these things? They can get so many grants under such mobilities. Many professional bodies, European professional bodies, IEEE, ACM, many other bodies, many European professors, they are the office bearer of some of those bodies. I always, touch upon them and for that coordination. Your participation in conferences, networking, sharing your research article. If you have written a very good article, your PhD, you share your article. So maybe the European university professor, they may take interest, they may invite you under such ICM program, because that won't have any, burden on the institution there. It's a, it's a decentralized program. The country has got its own budget for that one from EU. And another thing I have noted, really, I must mention, reviewer of international journal, being an editor or a Springer Wireless Personal Communication Journal. When I receive a papers and when I select the reviewers, what I see, I can't find reviewers from Pakistan. I find reviewers from other neighboring countries, hundreds and thousands. So you become a reviewer of those professors, what they are doing, and then your visibility will be improved a lot. And you have to write international office of HEI. Every higher education institution in Europe is having an international office. You can just write a mail. Maybe sometimes you get a delayed response, no response. You write 20 mails, at least you will get response of some of those mails. And LinkedIn, another good friend, I would say, like Google, the LinkedIn is having, very easy to identify the partner. I just search here Erasmus Plus, and now many links came here about Erasmus Plus program, partnership finding, ICM, all these things. So just use a LinkedIn, you put your profile, show your interest, show your institutional interest. You are going to be there for ICM. So from now onward, I'm sure everyone will try. And now the question is that which European higher education institute we should, whether we target the large countries like France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Denmark, and so on, because their professors are very busy, huge universities, huge country, maybe many may be focusing on those. But if you talk about small countries, Croatia, I visited last year Dubrovnik, where the, what is this famous series? Games of Thrones. They have took us there. That famous series of Netflix, being recorded. I attended one strategic workshop there last in November 23, I think. Romania, Bulgaria, Luxembourg, small countries, even Turkey. You can target Malta, all those countries. They have got, even they would like to have more mobilities from country like Pakistan, which is English spoken, where the most of the faculty is from Europe, America, Japan, PhD from all Australia and those developed countries. And here, just to make a life very simple, I have even added one of the email example. What you have to write to particular professor, to international office with your greeting, introducing yourself a little bit, and then just just having a gesture that they definitely be aware of this Erasmus K107, and the name is now slightly changed. Uh, K what 171 projects, because the 107 was 2014 to 21. So you write that you want to have student mobility, staff mobilities, and this is really an excellent opportunity. The deadline is unfortunately 20th Feb, but if you know good professor there, or you can please avail that opportunity. And you put looking forward, even that professor is busy, he can forward that to other potential collaborator in your area or something like that. You find more information at the Erasmus program guide, which is already mentioned. Erasmus calls, many links were mentioned. All useful links are already mentioned there. On the Twitter, you can also find the details. This I would like to really motivate everyone, with only one conference attending in UK, meeting a Pakistani professor there who was from Denmark, organizing conference in Pakistan in the name of IMTIC, International Multi-Topic Communication Conference, and then getting information to Aalborg University, Denmark. We had first project Mobility for Life, which I already talked, 2.4 million with consortium of 8 European and 7 Asian partners. Then next we had Erasmus Mundus, strong ties with City University, UK. We had another Intact again program, 2.36 million, again a consortium, Frederick University, Cyprus. Cyprus is again very tiny country where you can target for ICM. We got another project, Leaders Euro, 2.56 million, City University, UK. From this period to this period, we got a then first ever credit mobility, as I mentioned, Caprio, that Chowdhry, Amir, Ponchila, Research Innovation Outreach, and Caprio from Titanic. I don't have to mention the meaning, but one has to definitely check what Caprio means in Spanish. So we got first mobility, and then as I said, it's like a floodgates. Another mobility, another with Estonia, with Polytechnic Milano, and then Aarhus University, another big project of 1 million euro consortium. Then recently we got 2 capacity building project, and if I remember the earlier presentation of today, out of 3 capacity building project of Pakistan, where all 3 coordinators from Pakistan, 2 are from Iran. In one, I am the coordinator in the Catch VR, which is digital twin virtual reality. The other one, Biomed, in which I am the patron in chief, because I couldn't, have 2 project execution at a time, and I'm already looking active as a lead person. So, so many opportunities are there. And thanks to Mr. Kashiv Jan, yesterday he sent me all, very easy to locate those list of 3 pages where I think 31 Pakistani universities, they are participating in last 2 years in ICM. So Mehran is having, what I noted, from Austria to Malaga to Romania to Spain to Dublin City University, then Oradea, Middle East Technical University. All these mobilities are there. I mean, opportunities are there. Your contributions are not only sees their only mobility coming back, but there has been so many other its output, its usefulness. Like we organized the first conference, with this Dil Akbar Hussain. His name is at the top. If you see 2008, and Springer says first ever conference held in Pakistan and proceeding published in the Germany. It's and then it's another conference. Here I am the first editor. The other book published by a premier reference series guide in US, the wireless personal communication editor. And there are most of other people, they are just one of my students. They have now become the faculty and avail those such type of mobilities. So, the world gets open for you, for your student, for your institution, for your faculty, for your country. So European Union as ambassador, Her Excellency already said, they would like to see us, like a developed nation. They are supporting in each and every field of academia and policies and all these things. Then again, we wrote, students were finding some difficulties. Then we wrote a book, Career Roadmap Guide for Engineer, and by one of my students, Junaid Sheikh and myself. And it was launched on Jinnah Day, Jinnah Convention Center, 25th December 2010. And I'm happy to say 33 vice chancellors were at the stage and everyone appreciated. And it has got many things, especially the scholarship, how to avail scholarship opportunity around the globe, and especially Erasmus Mundus, because uh, all our experience we shared in this one. And that book is freely available on Engineering Council website, ResearchGate, Academia, and I would be requesting HEC to have that. This is not a book, I would say it's just a guide. We have written it as a guide because all compilation of information, the base templates of the reference letters, institutions, scholarship list, and all that thing. So what I'm saying, before concluding, I would like to say we think good, we believe in good, we knowing good, but that good is not enough. Good is doing. We must come forward. We should avail the opportunities. That is what European Union wants. That's what HEC want, and that's what Erasmus Plus National Focal Point want. Thank you very much.
Exactly, sir. Sir, thank you, sir, for taking time out for us. We will quickly go towards QA session. Please raise your hand if you have questions related to Erasmus Plus international credit mobility, or even about other actions like capacity building in higher education, because Professor Dr. Bhawani Shankar is very experienced as far as Erasmus Mundus is concerned. He can answer your questions related to capacity building as well, as he has extensive experience of it. So let me see if there is. Yeah, Zaira Mamour, if you can, please go ahead with your question. Zaira Mamour, are you there?
Yes, she's there. Her mic
Zaira,
is
can
mute
you
still.
unmute yourself, please? Zaira, can you unmute yourself?
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Assalamu alaikum and hello to everyone. First of all, this was a great session. I have a question regarding the mobility. Is this mobility only available for exchange programs, or we can also apply if we have a participation in international conference in any of the European country? Like if I have to present my research paper in any European country, can I avail any of the mobility or fundings from HEC or any other offers from the European side?
And let me, first thing first, your institution must be having, ICM project, winning project with the program country, European country, number one. First thing first. Number two, that mobility, it's not available for conference grant. One of my student, he was there for 4 months. He availed that mobility, not for a conference, but he was there, and then he attended 3 conferences there. Once you are Europe, but it's not exclusively for conference. But the partner institution must be having that project, with the European partner, and you have to only attend that European partner. Conference is suppose Germany, and your agreement is with suppose France. You can't avail going for that conference. You are in France, then you may go to Germany when if the conference comes during your mobility. Thank you.
Sikandar
Thank you so
Sethi
much.
sir, please go ahead.
All right. Thank you, sir, for the very entertaining presentation. I wanted to ask about the reciprocity of the IM mobility project. So if we are in partnership with a foreign European country and they are not allowed to come as an inbound student to a Pakistani university, will we still be able to get the grant?
Oh, yes. It is part of that. It's we had so many mobilities, faculty coming from the Europe. It is part of that project. But mostly what they do, suppose I have 5 staff mobilities. They have like 3 from Pakistan, from Mehran to like Spain, Mehran to the European partner, and then 2 from there to Pakistan. Their staff came, as I showed you in my presentation. The Maria, she came under that project even, and the Professor Nova and Professor Khavir Ponchila, they came under that funding. So it is there. It is there. Many times we arrange a conference at the time when they could avail that ICM mobility. But one thing, unfortunately, we couldn't get the student. So it's a very good question you have meant to ask. There were 5 mobilities of even students from Mehran to Politecnico Milan, the Italian university. All those 5 students, due to one reason or other, they couldn't get a visa. Then we requested them to European partner, and they got approval to convert them into staff mobility. So this thing also happens, Yeah, it is very much there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Usman, go ahead with your question.
I wanted to ask when will the application procedure will start? Because a few of the students are saying that in their website it is mentioned 15 February, and some of the website it is mentioned, I guess, till March. There's a date of a March.
So I think 2 things. There's a little confusion. There's an application date, which is like a Pakistani university, Pakistani HEI has to apply through, not to apply, but give information to European partner. Suppose Mehran University find a partner. We found, say, 8 partners this year. We already provided that information, and now they have to submit that application before 20th Feb. That is the application for the program and partner country. For students, like I have got at the moment 15 mobilities in my kitties already approved in 22, 23, and they are approved for 3 years. 3 years. Now it depends, we discuss. This is very good question you have asked. We discuss with the program country University of the Europe that, at what time is mobility suitable to you. And they also discuss with us when mobility is suitable to you. So then within the framework, we issue the call. And then after issuing the call, so it varies. You find on European, there is inter-European mobilities. They have got different time deadline. And every partner university like Mehran, we only issue separate call, and only students from Mehran or staff from Mehran has to apply. Thank you.
I think we should end the Q&A section right now. On behalf of Higher Education Commission, sir, I'm extremely grateful and hope that more of our universities are going to participate in international Erasmus Plus International Credit Mobility Action. With this, we come to the end of today's Erasmus Plus information session. To quickly recap, Pakistani universities and their students may apply for 5 Erasmus Plus actions that include Erasmus Plus Joint Masters, and Erasmus Mundus design measures, where Pakistani universities have the opportunity to apply as partners for designing courses with universities from European Union member states and universities from other regions of the world. Then the second action is Erasmus Mundus scholarships, where Pakistani students may apply to Erasmus Mundus joint master's courses. And the third action is capacity building in higher education projects, where Pakistani HEIs and any public or private organization active in the field of education, training, and youth have the opportunity to apply, participate with universities from European Union member states and universities and organizations from other regions of the world. And the fourth Erasmus Plus action is international credit mobility, where Pakistani HEIs must sign inter-institutional agreements with European HEIs for mobility. Then European HEIs may then submit applications to their national agencies, such as DARD for Germany, OEAD for Austria, and Tempus Public Foundation for Hungary, etc. And then they manage projects for mobility between European HEIs and partner HEIs as budget is allocated to local national agencies of European Union countries. And the last action, Erasmus Plus action, is Je Monnaie actions, where Pakistani HEIs and organizations and associations are eligible to apply for Je Monnaie activities. We are sincerely thankful to all our guest speakers for taking time out of their busy schedules to share their experiences regarding different Erasmus Plus actions. We appreciate the faculty and staff of different universities for joining us for today's session. We got a lot done today. Thank you so much for your time and patience. Assalamu alaikum and goodbye. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.